Deontay Wilder goes absolutely ballistic on TalkSPORT, loses control, threatens to leave the show, and then proceeds to leave the show. Absolutely incredible scenes on TalkSPORT. Right, look, we've seen Eddie Hearn have, a argument with Simon Jordan on TalkSPORT, but this was monumental. This was insane. Now, we have to provide a context to why this happened because, guys, this did not just start out of nowhere. This was not out of the blue because Deontay Wilder has been in this mood since last week. Now, I'm going to provide a timeline so you guys can understand where it started from and why it ended at TalkSPORT in the way it did. So, look, Deontay Wilder did an interview with Derek Chisora on this Mr. Versace podcast, which is on the Ring magazine, where he talked about Tyson Fury being a cheater. He said that he lost to Tyson Fury because Fury cheated. He said that he lost because, of white supremacy. He said he lost because of racism. He said he lost because the referee wanted to give, Tyson Fury the advantage because he was white. And Deontay Wilder was very serious about these allegations and these things that he deemed to be facts. And then in that interview, as you're seeing right now on your screen, Deontay Wilder was adamant that Tyson Fury cheated. And he was adamant that it was because of racism why he lost the first and the second fight to Tyson Fury, right? Although officially it was given a draw, the first fight, which I thought he won, by the way. But that's a, different conversation, for another day. But Deontay Wilder was adamant that Tyson Fury cheated in both fights and that the referee was a white supremacist and that because he's a dark-skinned man is the reason why Tyson Fury got the decision and not him, right? And then I made a video, right? This video on my channel, and I sort of dissected this whole situation and broke it down and sort of, said that I did not agree with Deontay Wilder's statement that, it was about racism and racism was the reason why he lost and it was about white supremacy and so forth. Look, I am not diminishing Deontay Wilder's experience as a black man in America because we all know what happened. It's crazy over there. Even right now, there's a lot of things going on in the US, which is absolutely, incredibly inhumane, right? But Deontay Wilder has gone through a lot as a black man in the US, in Alabama, where he lives. You can imagine that, the things that he's gone through as a boy, as a man. But the honest truth is that in boxing, in that ring, on that night, what happened between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in those 3 fights, nothing in those fights screamed racism or white supremacy. Tyson Fury won that fight fair and square. We all saw it. I was there. You saw it, right? It was a fight where Tyson Fury, learned his mistakes in the first fight, applied the different tactics in the second and the third fight, and he won that fight. Now, we knew that after the fight, Deontay Wilder and his fans made a lot of allegations about, what was right and what wasn't right and what Mark Breland did, and his water was spiked and his costume was heavy. All these, excuses. Deontay Wilder made all these excuses with his fans, by the way, right? So Deontay Wilder has been carrying this burden, this resentment, this, incredibly delusional state of mind with him the whole time. He cannot accept that Tyson Fury won the fight. And then fast forward to this week, because this interview happened last week, which is, the tour to promote the fight of Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora. And then fast forward to this week, which yesterday, just a few hours ago, this interview happened on TalkSPORT, where Deontay Wilder and Simon Jordan came together. And let's have a listen to some of the things that were said here.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him at all.
But as part
we're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
To be fair to Deontay Wilder, he said that he doesn't want to talk about Tyson Fury, right? He wanted to promote the fight between him and Derek Chisora, and he made it clear to Simon Jordan, I don't want to talk about Tyson Fury. But of course, Simon Jordan is looking for clicks. He's looking for headlines. He's looking for, TalkSPORT to be at the forefront of the news. So he's going to probe and he's going to ask questions and try and get that out of Deontay Wilder.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. The
only back, baby. Y'all understand that? You better be. But the Forbes is going down.
The only reason
at the O2, you better be there.
Fabulous.
You'll be a square.
The only reason I mentioned it is because it's part of the shtick that goes with you. And I missed you first time around when you came in here 3 years ago, when you were in your pomp 4 years ago, doing Bomb Squad and all that sort of stuff. And I have always wanted to have a conversation with you because you've made observations about Fury. I have my own views on Fury. And you've called him a cheat. And it leads me
the biggest in boxing.
Yeah, but it leads me to a conclusion.
Biggest in boxing. If somebody practicing, taking their stuff out of their gloves in training, what you think they're going to do in the fight?
Yeah, but...
That's all I got to say.
Look, Deontay Wilder actually believes the things that he says in these interviews, guys. Like, I have to be honest. I look at this and I think Deontay Wilder believes in his heart of heart that Tyson Fury actually put things in his gloves. It's incredible. Let's just have a listen to this.
I want to put something to you about you, right? And Fury just happens to be the hook for it.
That's all I got to say about him.
You talked about being cheated in that fight. You talked about water being spiked. You talked about your Game of Thrones outfit being too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
You said it was too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well I might be wrong on that one. You talked about the long.
Y'all took a journalist that said something because y'all, everybody wanted to come in. Oh, wow, boom, boom, boom.
You talked about a long count, right? And then you talked about the trainers, Mark Breland not being good enough.
No, I ain't say he wasn't good enough.
So what I'm asking you in all of this is, it sounds to me, given the character.
To be fair, the Mark Breland thing was crazy because Mark Breland actually saved Deontay Wilder's life. And Deontay Wilder sacked Mark Breland because he stopped the fight. If Mark Breland did not stop that fight, Deontay Wilder would not leave to fight the third time. He would not have those paydays after that. So that was very, unbecoming of a champion, behavior from Deontay Wilder, really, against Mark Breland.
That you are. That's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. And you saying that someone like Fury cheated you in those fights, I think is kind of disappointing to me
you can say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. But I got the facts of it.
No, fair enough.
I got the proof. I got the people to tell it.
And we'll look forward to seeing that. We'll look forward to seeing
Understand that.
If Wilder has the proof, and this is what I don't understand, if Deontay Wilder has the proof and he has the evidence, why don't he sue Tyson Fury? I've been asking myself this one because according to Deontay Wilder, he has the proof. He knows that Fury cheated. He believes this. So why don't he sue Tyson Fury? Why don't he take it to court, bring the proof, show it, and let everyone see, and then sue Tyson Fury? Why don't he do that? And that's something I just can't get my head around it because it screamed to me that you don't have the proof. You're just making things up. Because if you did, if I was him, I would have got my lawyers together and I would have sued him. I would.
What I say in boxing, I mean, and it's the truth. I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
No, absolutely.
So I ain't never lied about none in this business. But, you can believe why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man? Understand me? Why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man? Why?
Now, that is the trauma of Deontay Wilder living in the US and going through all this racism and, being in an area where, to be frank, a white man would be listened to before a black man would be taken into consideration, right? He lived in that era. He probably remembers this is all trauma. This is all things that he's sort of reliving in his head, right? And he's saying that here in this context because he believed that Simon Jordan is not believing or trusting him in saying that Tyson Fury cheated and that he lost that fight because of racism. Deontay Wilder, post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever you want to call it, is leaving that trauma. And he doesn't understand why Simon Jordan does not believe him.
You don't believe him. Why is it?
Let me ask the question.
Yeah, go on. So we can go there.
First and foremost, it's got nothing to do with colour.
No, it does.
So, Derek Chisora is just egging this on. Derek Chisora is, he's having fun. He's enjoying this because he knows this is box office for their fight. He knows that he just egging this on and making it more interesting. Chisora is a crazy.
The country got something. This whole world got something to do with race. You think you pan out? You think you have a? You think you done had a great life? You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
come on, you got white privilege, brother.
Oh, don't start.
I ain't never had that.
Look, the truth is, Deontay Wilder's experience, as I said, is different to anyone's experience. Sam and Jordan's experience, absolutely. Deontay Wilder's experience actually also different to mine experience or Derek Chisora's experience, although we're all black. We all lived in different places. We all have different sort of experiences. And, Deontay Wilder he's from the US. He, in his head, has this mentality that everything that happens in the world has to do with race, right? And he just equates race with everything, even in what happens in the ring. By the way, he equates that to race. Now, that is wrong, because not everything is about is a motivation because of racism, or there's a reason behind it because of racism. Sometimes things happen in boxing, for example, which is just the way boxing is, and it has nothing to do with a race. Now, could there things happen which is backed by racism? Absolutely. But from what I saw in those Fury fights in the ring, by the way, what happened in the ring in terms of scale versus scale, that has nothing to do with racism.
Don't start my.
I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. I done had to kick in every opportunity that I've had.
Look, Derek likes this.
That's what it is.
Derek likes
y'all don't understand. Maybe y'all don't talk about this shit in this country.
Yes, we do, mate.
But when you get me in here, I speak the peace. I speak the truth.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you.
Yeah,
go on. Go on.
If this is about colour,
y'all got the wrong person.
Yeah, go on.
If he's about colour,
y'all understand that.
How is Derek Chisora then, out of curiosity, given he's a black man, a national treasure in this country? Then it's not about colour. You called somebody a cheat. I asked you a question.
Come on. You have a whole lot of black people around this.
That is what I'm saying, right? Derek Chisora's experience in this country is different. Now, do some black people face racism in this country? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. I don't think anyone's denying that. Some people deny that. They don't want to accept that, but it's the truth. Some black people have experienced racism. I have experienced racism, not in a context of boxing, but in a context of life, right? In certain aspects of life, I've experienced racism. So I understand where Deontay Wilder is coming from. But in the context of boxing, in that ring, once again, there's no racism there. It has nothing to do with race. It's all about scales and referees making stupid decisions and stupid mistakes, But Deontay, as I said, Deontay is leaving his trauma, and he's putting that trauma on every single thing. And that's the problem here.
The question.
Thank you.
Didn't like the question. All right, I moved on. I moved on.
I want to pull it back in. Derek, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about fight week. Deontay, let me just get into Derek about fight week. Now, both of you are known to be...
Now, you could see that Deontay Wilder is absolutely furious. And, he's not there. Mentally, he's not there. He wants to get out of here because now he's been triggered, right? Now he's going to crash out. Now his head is gone, basically.
Dynamic in fight week. We just seen a little taster of that right now.
Come on, man. Y'all can't tell, man.
So the bronze bomber, there he is.
Yeah, so
come on, man.
Come on, we can have a disagreement, can't we?
Life, as a little boy and I bet your view as a little boy is totally different than my view as a little boy. Most black people, why we so into it with each other, because we have PTSD. We done been through so much so much
you wanted to move on, right?
Come on, man. It's hard to move on when you don't know the truth, and that's when I come in and try to give you a vision, a little insight of what we go through as black people, man.
I got it.
Oh dear, this is where it just goes absolutely ballistic. Deontay Wilder has just lost it now. This is where he's thinking everything is about racism. This is what he's thinking, his childhood traumas. This is where he's thinking nothing was given to me. I had to fight for everything. And he applies that to what happens with Tyson Fury fight. This is where it just goes crazy.
Don't get it.
Well, okay.
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
Y'all don't get it. That's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand.
Okay.
Why is it so hard? Y'all act, man, let me I'm gonna get up out this bitch.
This is a little chaser of what we're gonna get. Both of you guys are big characters. It's gonna be explosive, right? I mean, I don't even have to ask this guy because I've just got a little chaser of that.
Spencer was trying to save and salvage the whole situation. That's what Spencer's doing. he's trying to get Deontay Wilder to, go away from the questions there and focus on his fight versus Chisora. But Wilder is so angry and so frustrated that he just can't control his temper.
Come on, man. Both of you guys are big in the fight week. Let's pull it back into the fight. Let's talk about the fight.
It's hard to put it back. I'm from the South. You understand?
Come on, let's pull it back into the fight.
It's hard when y'all don't understand. I get it. Another situation. I said I didn't want to talk about the situation. Now you got me riled up.
Fair enough.
Right. Wilder's back. I feel shit. You understand me?
Got it.
You don't mean that, man.
Okay, stop
man,
shouting.
let me get the out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Talking about my peoples and all that shit. It's hard to believe a black man than a white man. Cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything, the story come out, I'm going to show everything.
Fantastic.
I'm going to get all the people that know and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him. That can know. I don't, what? I don't about that.
I'm not a Fury fan.
I don't about it. I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
The you talking about?
To be fair, Deontay Wilder said, I don't want to talk about it. And Simon Jordan proceeded to talk about it. So is this anger justified? What do you guys think? Is this anger justified, or is Deontay Wilder just crashing out and having a meltdown because he still cannot accept that he lost to Tyson Fury? Guys, this is just insane, right? This is absolutely incredibly insane. Deontay Wilder has lost it. He's lost it. The way I look at this, Deontay Wilder needs help. Seriously, Deontay Wilder needs help. He needs therapy. He needs to talk about his childhood traumas. Deontay Wilder needs to accept that in boxing you can lose to the better fighter on the night. Deontay Wilder needs to accept that he lost to Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder needs to move on from the fact that he lost to Tyson Fury, because that is not going to change. If Deontay Wilder has any proof, then take it to court. Take this to court. Bring the proof and sue Tyson Fury and get damages paid to you. But to go on national radio and have a, outburst of this proportion because you do not agree with a decision which you thought was motivated by racism and white supremacy and that Tyson Fury cheated, it's just crazy to me. I don't see any racism that happened in the fight. You got beaten fair and square. And that's it. But guys, get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Deontay Wilder crashing out, losing his temper on TalkSPORT with Simon Jordan and leaving the interview. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.